Good evening and welcome to this edition of The List on EWW TV. I'm Ryan Hoke alongside Keith Calvert. For the next few minutes, we'll present our top 5 sports stories of the week and discuss why they made the top 5. Did your top 5 make our list? Let's find out. At number 5, the NFL Combine began this past Thursday, and there were some really interesting takeaways. The 40-yard dash record was broken, along with media session to get a feel for the players. The Packers are currently on the clock. Keys, what do you think is going to happen this year? Do you think the Bears should trade or keep that number 1 pick? And as well as that, what do you think about the records that were broken at the Combine?
Okay, so first and foremost, the Bears should keep the number 1 pick. They should draft Marvin Harrison instead of Caleb Williams, because if I feel like they keep Justin Fields and they build around Justin Fields, they get Marvin Harrison, I believe they'll be a successful team. But knowing the Bears, they make decisions like that, and they're probably going to trade trade Justin and draft Caleb and ruin their chances of getting to the postseason.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that the Bears right now should absolutely keep Justin Fields as well. They think that drafting a new quarterback is just going to fix all these problems, but to begin with, Justin Fields is not the problem. He's shown a lot of success in times where he's needed to show it, and the most times where he's been able to not look the best is when his O-line gives up on him. So I think that they also need to start looking at some offensive line ads as well, along with, the Marvin Harrison ad would be great as well. Mm-hmm. I do as well think that on top of it as well, the Bears are probably going to mess it up somehow. It's the Bears, let's be honest here, but it is what it is. At number 4, Duke University star Kyle Filipowski was injured when fans stormed the court on February 24th after Wake Forest University beat him and the Blue Devils, ranked number 8th in the country at the time. Kyle injured his knee. Do we have a problem with excessive celebration on our hands? What do you think about that? Should storming the court be banned in games? What do you think, Keith?
Well, I feel like it shouldn't be banned in games. I believe that they should restrict it to a certain way how you celebrate, but that's just what students do. They're just excited for their teams when big wins happen, and they're just happy for their teams. It's unfortunate that Kyle got injured because of the situation, but they just want to praise their classmates, student body, the former student body. So I don't feel like it should be banned, but just restricted to a certain degree.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that on top of it too, court storming is just tradition at the end of the day. It's what the fans do when they get excited, of course. But, what are you going to do? It's just the way it is. But I guess let's move on to our next story. Mm-hmm. At number 3, the NBA MVP race is getting tight and down to crunch time. Nikola Jokic is leading the candidate. But SGA, Giannis, Luka, and Tatum are right there in striking distance. Tatum beating the Warriors by 52 this past Sunday, with Shea's Thunder team thriving, along with Giannis' Bucks thriving after the break, and Luka throwing up a 30-point triple-doubles. Who's taking it home?
Well, I believe that Jason Tatum is going to win it. Best player on the best team in the league, both conferences. Who I feel like should win it is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a straight bucket, leading that very young team to first in the Western Conference, but I believe Jason Tatum is going to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me personally, I think my favorite right now to win it, who should win it, I guess, per se, in my opinion, is Shai, because he's leading a thriving Thunder team who's very young, and he's doing a great job at it as well. Also, while averaging 30 points a game and just looking like a walking bucket. I mean, this guy has just been fantastic. Who, in my opinion, I wish would get it. I'd have to say, of course, Giannis. I mean, he's been awesome, of course, on the Bucks. After the All-Star break, they've just been thriving. So that's all I really have on that, of course.
We've got more coming up on the list, including a discussion on Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball is next. We'll be right back.
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
For Hawk Talk, especially on days I'm hosting, you really need to be up early looking at those news stories, even the night before. I'm finding topics that I can incorporate in the show, and I feel like we get a conversation going.
Once you get the opportunity to do that with other people who appreciate it the same level as you do, it makes it that much more enjoyable.
For everything sports, tune in Monday through Thursday at 91.7 The Edge or watch us on UWW-TV.
Here at UW Whitewater Intramural Sports, we have a motto: a sport for everyone and everyone in a sport.
Come on! That's it anyways. Oh, she got that off, and they're gonna count it.
Had a blast. Always have fun at intramurals.
Every day we strive to go above and beyond that goal by providing healthy exercise, promoting leisure education, and giving students that competitive atmosphere they are looking for.
Yes! Yes!
It's exciting. Brings me back to those high school days with Friday Night Lights.
With our 25 different intramural sports offered, we guarantee that we have a sport for you. Go to our website and find your sport today.
Welcome back to The List on UWW-TV. Let's continue the countdown of this week's top stories. At number 2, the Wisconsin Badgers are having a scary month of the season. They were ranked as high as number 6 1 month ago on February 1st, but they're now entering bubble conversation for the NCAA tournament. Since then, they have gone to struggle, losing 7 out of their last 9 games, with the most recent loss to Illinois this past Saturday. What is going on in Madison right now? What do you think is going on? What can they do to get better? Are they even going to make the tournament?
Well, first and foremost, they're a defensive liability. They are allowing in their last 7 losses 80 points per game to opponents. So that's not going to get the job done if you can't stop the opposing team. It won't allow your offense to flow, and defense wins championships. So will they make the tournament? It's not looking too well. They need a lot of help. Like I said again, they just need to lock in on defense and let the game come to them, and they'll get the job done.
Yeah, I just don't see this team making the tournament at all. I mean, inconsistency has really been this season, or at least the past month, and that really is just going to be what gets you at the end of the day. It's all about momentum, and this has been some very poor momentum. So I think as of right now, they're not a tournament contender or anything. I think the loss to Rutgers was really a shot to the heart, I guess. It's been really tough ever since then, and like I said, inconsistent. Just losing the teams you should not be losing to. Like you said, defense as well is being given up very much so. It's just been really rough. But let's transition to our number 1 story here. At our number 1 spot of the week, the UW Whitewater women's basketball team are still dancing, and it keeps getting sweeter. Even better news for them, as they have been chosen to host the next 2 rounds on campus. The women dominated their opponents by winning margins of 39 versus Minnesota Morris and 24 versus Millikan. They're looking forward to Hope College as the next opponent. Should we be thinking national championship?
Absolutely. Every year we should be thinking national championship. These games were over by halftime. I mean, neither teams gave Whitewater competition. Grudal and Corallo balled out. Corallo with her first ever triple-double. That was amazing. Grudal's game kind of went underneath because of Corallo's triple-double, but she also balled out too. Their defense is crazy, not allowing no points really, trapping right away during the start of the game. I don't see Whitewater losing anytime soon.
I absolutely agree. I mean, us hosting too is going to be very exciting. Us getting that home court advantage is going to be such a plus for us. The beatdowns from this last weekend as well, oh my goodness. I mean, they were outstanding to say the least. This was just great team basketball overall. I think this year too, I mean, it shows how much we needed Aaliyah Grundahl last year. When we didn't have Grundahl in the tournament last year, we could have actually won that whole thing, I think. So this year having Grundahl back, and along with Corallo playing out absolutely out of her mind right now, I think we have a very, very good shot at getting to the Final Four, even the championship, and even winning the championship as well. And let's not forget, too, Casey Corallo's first ever triple-double, and this is the first ever triple-double in Whitewater women's basketball, by the way. She got it done by the middle of the third quarter, just to show you how easy it was for her.
I'm really excited for this Hope College versus Whitewater game. They got some history going back to the 2022 NCAA Division III championship where Hope won in a 71-58 fashion. So I know Whitewater is going to, play with more grit and more heart because they want to get their revenge.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that will do it for this edition of The List. We'll be back next week to talk up the latest sports headlines. For Keys Culver and the members of UWW TV, I'm Ryan Hoke. See you then.